process of employee development. We all know developing an employee involves improving his or her skills in their current job, as well as developing them for future responsibilities and new positions. Ongoing training and development is an investment that can help firms to stimulate employee growth and maximize the competitive advantages provided by lifelong learning. In this lesson, we will learn regarding onboarding, employee personality and behavior analysis, discuss potential assessment, and assessment tools and techniques. After going through this presentation, you should be able to define onboarding, understand personality and behavior analysis, discuss predictive validity, biodata methods, explain cognitive ability test and company culture and environment. Let us first understand what is onboarding. Onboarding is the strategic process of assimilating new employees into the organization's culture and advancing them to the desired level of productivity as quickly as possible. Onboarding is a major tool in successful talent management and is critical for successful employee integration. Onboarding creates an understanding of the organizational culture that helps the newly hired employee to feel better connected to the organization's business strategy and creates a sense of belonging. Implementing a well-managed onboarding process can have a significant and measurable impact on employee productivity, retention, employment brand, services, workplace safety, and future hiring. Why is it important? It keeps the new employee engaged and excited about the organization and his or her choice to accept the position, decreases the time it takes the employee to get to the desired level of productivity, builds loyalty, ensures that the employee feels welcomed, a valuable part of the organization, and comfortable with the work environment as quickly as possible, all vital to employees' success, and it can be based on how the employee is treated the first 30 to 90 days of employment. Personality and behavioral analysis provides managers with tools that they need to be more effective, beginning with teaching them to develop more effective personal relationships. These tools are: first is operationally defining behavior. The ability to describe behavior in objective, observable terms is one of the most important tools promoted by the field of behavior analysis. Second, monitor work process performance. It includes both reviewing reports and discussing work performance with subordinates. In particular, behavioral research indicates that effective leaders spend more time talking directly with subordinates about what they are doing and listening before responding with direction or feedback. Third is power of consequences. Change consequences to support exemplary performance. A manager's primary strategies for behavior change are simply reminding, nagging, and otherwise cajoling their employees, all strategies that at first seem to work, but in fact produce little lasting change. Last is the remove behavioral barrier. Organizations often have barriers that inhibit or prevent exemplary performance. They may be physical barriers or they may be systems or processes that discourage better performance. Behavior analysis therefore also views behavior as a function of the environment. Potential assessments are tools used to determine an employee's skill set and potential for performing the work efficiently for which he has been hired by the organization. The most skillful leaders uncover and help nurture individuals' potential, using missteps or mistakes as opportunities to augment and build on strengths. Potential assessment approach elevates the performance of the group and also supports and reflects well on the leader. Results of under-expecting the performance potential of employees include low morale, unsatisfactory performance, and higher degree of employee turnover. Many surveys suggest that employees often leave a company not because of dissatisfaction with the company or work itself, but because of poor relationships with the manager and or unpleasant interpersonal issues. The employee knows what behavior is most valued, and the managers help shift his thinking from can't do to there's potential here. If a manager finds himself mired in thoughts about an employee's weaknesses, he should spend time concentrating on why he hired him, what his resume and references told him, and what his first impressions were. Predictive validity involves testing a group of subjects for a certain construct and then comparing them with results obtained at some point in the future. It is an important subtype of criteria validity and is regarded as a stalwart of behavioral science, education, and psychology. Most educational and employment tests are used to predict future performance, so predictive validity is regarded as essential in these fields. The most common use for predictive validity is inherent in the process of selecting students for the university. Predictive validity is regarded as a very strong measure of statistical validity, but it does contain a few weaknesses that statisticians and researchers need to take into consideration. Predictive validity does not test all of the available data, and individuals who are not selected cannot, by definition, go on to produce a score on that particular criteria. Biodata methods of selection have been described as permitting the respondent to describe himself in terms of demographic, experiential, and attitudinal variables presumed or demonstrated to be related to personality structure, personal adjustment, or success in social, educational, or occupational pursuits. This method can significantly raise the reliability and validity of the selection process by making use of information about past events in an objective and systematic way to predict future job success. Various attempts have been made to develop standardized biographical questionnaires. The 13 factors that emerged are interesting in their own right. These are warmth of parental relationship, academic achievement, social extraversion, athletic interest, intellectualism, aggressiveness or independence, socioeconomic status, parental control versus freedom, social desirability, scientific interest, positive academic attitude, religious activity, and sibling friction. Cognitive ability tests are generally accepted to provide the best indication of future performance in terms of predictive validity. Biodata can be equally effective. Cognitive ability is a generic term describing the process and results of information processing, that is, perception, conceptualization, problem solving, etc. The term is frequently used in psychological assessment as a synonym for intelligence. The cognitive ability questions used in psychometric tests can take a variety of forms depending on the type of reasoning ability that the employer thinks is important. The culture of a company is an observable, powerful force. It is made up of its members' shared values, beliefs, symbols, and behavior. Company culture effectively provides a sense of order and contributes to a sense of continuity and unity. There are four dominant cultures. These are clan culture, an open and friendly place to work where people share a lot of themselves. It is like an extended family. Leaders are considered to be mentors or even parental figures. Adhocracy culture is a dynamic, entrepreneurial, and creative place to work. Innovation and risk-taking are embraced. In hierarchy culture, there is a highly structured and formal place to work. Rules and procedures govern behavior. In market culture, the emphasis is on winning, which unites the group. Reputation and success are common concerns. Next, subcultures. First, power culture. It emanates from centralized power. Power cultures are demanding of people. Role culture is a highly structured environment where clear objectives, goals, and procedures exist. In achievement culture, people work hard to achieve goals and better the group as a whole. Support culture acts like a tiny community where people support and trust each other. Now let us check if we have understood the various concepts discussed in this lesson clearly. Using objective descriptions of behavior also improves the quality of job validity, whether positive or corrective. Right or wrong? Wrong. Potential assessments are tools used to determine an employee's skill set and potential for performing the work efficiently for which he is hired by the organization. Right or wrong? Right. Results of under-expecting the performance potential of employees include low morale, unsatisfactory performance, and higher degree of complexity. Right or wrong? Wrong. Before we end, let us briefly revise what we have studied so far. Ongoing training and development is an investment that can help firms to stimulate employee growth and maximize the competitive advantages provided by lifelong learning. Onboarding is the strategic process of assimilating new employees into the organization's culture and advancing them to the desired level of productivity as quickly as possible. Personality and behavioral analysis provides managers with tools they need to be more effective, beginning with teaching them to develop more effective personal relationships. Potential assessment approach elevates the performance of the group and also supports and reflects well on the leader. Predictive validity involves testing a group of subjects for a certain construct and then comparing them with results obtained at some point in the future. The culture of a company is an observable, powerful force.